Welcome to the deep dive. Wow. If you felt like AI's progress has been in hyperdrive lately,
hmm
well, June 2025 just cranked that dial way up, maybe to 11.
Absolutely. It's been packed.
Hmm.
Military stuff, robot football.
Exactly. Even Wimbledon went, fully digital.
Right.
So today, our mission here is basically your shortcut through all that noise.
hmm
We're going to unpack the latest AI breakthroughs, the impacts, give you those surprising facts and compelling insights you need.
Yeah, get you properly informed.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
So get ready. We'll dive into AI in defense, its environmental footprint, which is surprising the job market.
And sports. Don't forget sports.
And sports, definitely. I'm genuinely pretty excited to explore all this with you.
Me too. And what's really striking this month is how fast AI is shifting from being like an add-on
Right.
to something truly foundational. You connect the dots, and you see this huge shift in critical infrastructure in major industries. It's happening at the core.
That idea of AI being foundational for, say, national infrastructure, that's a big one. Let's start there.
Okay.
AI in defense, government reinvention. We're seeing the U.S. Navy making some really big moves, shipbuilding giant HII teaming up with C3 AI.
Yeah.
What's making that collaboration so, well, crucial for the Navy?
Well, this partnership, it's designed to fundamentally uh, supercharge Navy operations
Supercharge.
by using AI for predictive maintenance mainly
Yeah.
and faster decision making.
Okay.
The core idea is you analyze tons of data, AI spots potential equipment failures before they happen, optimizes when you do maintenance,
Oh, makes sense.
enhances readiness. It
Yeah.
literally helps keep the fleet afloat,
Mm.
moving from just reacting to problems.
Right, fixing things after they break.
Exactly, to being proactive, using data for a real strategic edge.
And it's not just the hardware, the ships.
Yeah.
We're seeing this push to modernize federal agencies, too.
Across the board.
Palantir joining forces with Accenture Federal Services. They're aiming to give government bureaucracy. I think one source called it its 21st century glow up.
Yeah, the glow up.
What does that actually look like on the ground?
Well, it's about rolling out AI tools to automate processes, improve analytics, build more reliable systems inside these agencies.
Okay.
But the real insight, I think, is that this glow up isn't just plugging in new tech. It's the really hard part.
Yeah.
Dismantling decades of old manual ways of doing things, enabling faster data analysis so they can make better policies.
That sounds like a huge challenge.
Oh, it is. That's where the real transformation happens, and often where the biggest hurdles are, frankly.
And speaking of a transformation, the money flowing into this,
Yeah.
massive.
Huge investments.
The Navy using AI to plan drone swarm missions.
Oh,
That
yeah.
sounds like sci-fi.
It does, but it's real.
Plus, New York's Empire AI project just got, what, a $40 million boost for next-gen supercomputers?
Yep. Big money.
From your perspective, what's the bigger significance of these, deep-pocketed investments?
Well, the significance is immense. It signals a real national commitment. AI is a cornerstone for future security, economic competitiveness.
Right.
For defense, AI-powered drone swarms. That gives you totally new tactical options.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And for other things, like Empire AI, it's about building the basic infrastructure,
Right?
the raw computing power you need.
To do anything else with AI.
Exactly, to develop and deploy the next wave of AI tech for science, public service, everything. It shows this isn't just tinkering. It's laying groundwork for a new era.
Okay, so AI's deep dive into defense and government is pretty clear. But let's shift gears.
Okay.
Let's talk commercial side and the ecological side. Because as AI grows, its footprint grows too, right?
Definitely.
Google's 2025 environmental report really zeroed in on AI energy usage. What's the key takeaway there?
The critical thing from Google's report is just the sheer amount of energy needed to power these advanced AI models,
Yeah.
like Gemini, Bard.
Mm.
So the company's pushing hard for greener chips, cleaner data centers. It's where, as they put it, sustainability meets machine learning.
Right.
They're trying to lessen the environmental cost of AI growing so fast. But, a stark insight here is that the way AI is growing now, exponentially,
Yeah.
it's just not sustainable without a massive shift in energy sources and how we design chips. It's like a race against an environmental clock.
Wow. Okay, that's sobering. On a more maybe positive business note, we saw Profound Logic win Low-Code AI Solution of the Year.
Yes, the AI Breakthrough Awards.
That sounds like it could make AI more accessible, democratize it a bit.
It's definitely a significant step. Their platform really does simplify creating AI tools.
So you don't need to be a coding genius.
Exactly. Makes it accessible even without deep coding skills. The impact is faster deployment, wider adoption,
Right.
letting more businesses, more people use AI power without needing a whole team of specialized engineers.
So what are the barriers then, if it's getting easier?
Well, often it comes down to data. You need good data. And sometimes it's just the internal company culture, getting people to actually embrace and use these new tools.
Makes sense. But, not everyone is totally sold on this current AI boom.
No, there's definitely caution out there.
Investor Jim Chanos, he's waving a big red flag, warning of an AI market pullback, comparing it to the dot-com bubble.
Right, the dot-com comparison.
So we'd be genuinely worried. What's his main point?
Chanos' warning, it taps into a common fear in hot tech sectors, basically overinflated values.
Hype outpacing reality.
Exactly. If you look back at the dot-com bubble, lots of companies had cool ideas, but, well, unsustainable business models or just crazy valuations, they collapsed.
Right.
His argument is that maybe some AI companies are getting market love that's way ahead of their actual tangible results or realistic growth. So a correction could happen.
So a reality check might be coming.
It's a call for caution, basically. Amidst all the excitement. Innovation doesn't always mean instant, guaranteed profit.
And we are seeing some direct consequences already in the corporate world.
Oh, yeah?
The news about TomTom was pretty stark. Laying off 300 people to pivot completely to AI.
Yeah, that was significant.
Focusing on AI-driven navigation, real-time mapping. That's their future now. What does that specific case tell us about how fast AI is hitting established industries?
Well, it's a perfect, almost textbook example of AI's disruptive power, both on jobs and business models.
Disruptive is the word.
TomTom's decision shows that for some companies, using AI isn't just about being more efficient. It's about survival, staying relevant.
Existential, almost.
Absolutely. And the immediate human cost, sadly, is that these efficiency gains from AI can mean big workforce changes. Real lives impacted as the industries shift really fast.
It's a stark reminder it's not theoretical, it's happening now.
It's here.
Which kind of brings us to AI's impact on culture, sports, society. This is where it gets really interesting.
And sometimes weird.
And sometimes weird. Like, get this. China hosted the world's first 3v3 football match soccer. Match played entirely by humanoid robots.
The robot soccer. Yeah, I saw that.
The source called it awkward, clunky, and kind of awesome, like FIFA meets Westworld.
It sounds like sci-fi, but it's a real demo of amazing progress in robotics, AI movement, real-time decisions.
Even if it looked clunky.
Yeah. The key insight is that these clunky early stages, that's exactly how breakthroughs start. It's a real peek into future entertainment, manufacturing, maybe even labor.
Wow.
Shows how fast physical robots capable of complex stuff are evolving.
And from robot soccer to, well, robot line judges. Wimbledon, first time in 148 years, fully AI, Hawkeye Live replacing human line judges.
Big change for tennis.
And they're claiming 100% accuracy, supposedly. What are the broader implications of that kind of shift in such a traditional sport?
That's a great question. It brings up this whole thing about human judgment versus machine precision in sports.
Right. Can we trust it, even if it says 100%?
Well, Hawkeye's accuracy claim is impressive, technically. But the debate isn't just about the tech. It's about the human element, the drama, the trust, or maybe distrust in a system where you don't see a person making the call.
Yeah, take something away, maybe.
The insight is AI offers objective precision, sure, but it challenges our old ideas of fair play, the human experience of sport. People start asking about the soul of the game.
The soul of the game, interesting. And then culturally, there's China reviving old kung fu films with an AI-generated Bruce Lee.
Yeah, the Bruce Lee AI.
That just opens up a whole can of worms, doesn't it? Authenticity, digital legacy?
It really does.
Are we just blurring the lines completely now, or is it just another tool for filmmakers?
It definitely pushes into complex ethical and creative areas.
I bet.
The insight is, yeah, it's a compelling way to maybe revive beloved stars, introduce them to new audiences.
Right.
But it fundamentally messes with our understanding of artistic integrity, who owns, what an actor's legacy even means after they're gone. It's part of this whole synthetic media trend that forces us to rethink what authentic even means anymore.
Definitely something to chew on. Finally, let's talk about a more immediate and frankly serious societal impact.
Okay.
The job market. We saw this stark figure from the UK. Entry-level job postings down 32% since ChatGPT really took off.
Wow, 32%.
Yeah. Graduates struggling to find work because AI is doing jobs juniors used to do. This is the downside of efficiency, right?
Yeah.
Real lives, real impact.
This is a critical concern. It highlights how AI can automate those entry-level tasks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's having a very real, very immediate effect on the labor market. The key insight isn't just a few lost jobs here and there.
No.
It's just a big accelerating shift in the skills employers want and the kinds of jobs available.
So the whole landscape is changing.
Drastically. It forces education, workforce training, everyone to adapt super fast, prepare people for an AI-augmented economy. And society has to figure out how to manage the transition for those who get displaced.
Phew. Okay, that was a lot to cover.
It really was. A busy month.
From warships to Wimbledon, AI is, it's undeniably touching pretty much every part of our lives.
Everywhere.
And often in really surprising ways. It's just fascinating how quickly these changes are becoming, well, the new normal, isn't it?
The speed is just unprecedented.
Yeah.
Truly remarkable to witness it happening in real time.
So as you, listening, reflect on all this, what story really blew your mind the most this month?
Yeah, what stood out?
What do you think this incredibly rapid evolution means for your future interactions with tech, with the world?
It's worth thinking about.
And as we keep pushing AI further and further, maybe the deepest question isn't just what can AI do anymore, but maybe what kind of future do we actually want to build with it?
That's the crucial question.
Yeah, that's definitely a question worth pondering long after this deep dive is over.